So I think that Ding played Rook H5 while flagging, like he flagged before he completed the move, but it changes nothing. I mean, it's over. Bishop F5 is resigned. So he would have resigned either after Bishop F5 or he flagged, which is basically the same thing. Yeah, excellent game from Gukesh overall. Only one slightly questionable decision, G5, but I wouldn't criticize it too much. I mean, it's questionable from an objective point of view, but practically it wasn't terrible, and it did lead to a win. For Ding, it was a story of like one serious, but not just one serious mistake. His time spending Rook H5, lack of danger with the bishop on C2, missing E4. Not ideal. I mean, it wasn't like he had so many objective mistakes. It was mainly Rook H5, and to some extent D takes E4. But Rook H5 is such a terrible mistake that yeah, it's not a good game overall, I would say, from Ding's point of view. From Gukesh, of course, excellent game.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think Gukesh is showing once again, and he did that countless of times before. We've seen it during the candidates. Also, I think quite infamous his post-tournament speech. He said that he felt the best after losing to Ali Reza. I don't know exactly why, but that's obviously a very good mentality to have when you can come back so effectively after you lose a game. This is exactly what he did. He did it early, so he's not feeling the pressure. Sure, at the beginning you can sort of afford losing a game and still not feeling as much pressure because you know you have so many games ahead. But getting it back immediately with the white pieces, that's definitely a good sign for Gukesh. Also, now he's introducing a new first move. Ding probably, I don't know what he had in store against E4, whether he was going to repeat the French or not. But now we're starting to get a much more thorough and complete picture of what these players have prepared for the match. So it's getting interesting. I'm very excited to see what Ding is going to come up in the next round with the white pieces. He got something out of the opening yesterday, but he didn't feel like he was interested in doing much with, which was a bit strange because obviously, you know, white pieces in a world championship match are quite valuable. So it felt like he could have done more. Now, at the same time,
Yeah, I actually thought that was very weird as well. Like, I really didn't understand why after Gukesh played H5, like neither side is in time trouble. Ding has full time on the clock.
that's
He's playing with the
yesterday.
white pieces.
That's the yesterday game. Yes.
Yeah. The second round. Like after H5, I don't H5 doesn't do anything, right? I mean, it's like H5 is a passing move. You play H4, and then you ask your opponent, like, still you have to make a decision. Like you can just play H4 instantly and you put the pressure back on your opponent. And you don't risk. So I didn't understand what's knight E2, knight C6, knight C3. I mean, yeah, of course you can kind of repeat moves. It doesn't make any sense. It's more or less like I don't want to play, so I offer you this repetition. Because of course black doesn't even have to repeat. Black can play H4, but black has no reason to not repeat because I mean it's kind of a slightly better position for white. Like the structure is such that the C5 pawn is a bit weak, so white has a bit more space with the pawn in A5, so it's not entirely symmetrical.
Yeah.
So after H5, you just play H4, and then you ask your opponent, okay, you played H5. So I understand it's not a bad move, but it doesn't really do anything. I'll make the same move, and then I still have my ideas, which are to defend the C2 pawn, play knight D3, attack your weak pawns. It's not going to be easy to attack because also C2 is weak, B3 is weak, and so on. But after H4, it's not like black has active ideas. There's no risk. I mean, I felt we didn't recap the game because it was a bit uneventful, and also I was traveling yesterday, but it just felt weird to me. I didn't understand this. It's not. I wouldn't say bad sign. I wouldn't read too much into it, but
Okay.
um,
This is sort of what we were mostly concerned about Ding going into this match, right? Just making some decisions that are not typical of him, but typical of any very strong player. So anybody, I would say, from the top 20, anybody playing a world championship match at that point would have tried for more, getting that type of slight pull out of the opening. And I think also Magnus mentioned it on his recap that he generally didn't get much out of the opening nothing comparable to that. Like he would have been happy if he was going to get that out of the opening, and he was a bit surprised as well. It's just, let's see what happens after the rest day. Tomorrow it's a rest day. Dane comes back with the white pieces after tomorrow. I'm expecting a much more. I'm hoping also to see a much more combative Dane. We'll see how he handles the loss, but obviously this is a very, very good sign and a very good game for Gukesh. Fully back in this one, fully back as, I would say, the favorite in this match.
Yeah, yeah, I would. I mean, probably a favorite. Like if we call him a favorite before the match, I don't think anything negative has happened in these first three games from Gukesh's point of view overall. And so yeah, again, it's still early days and the match is tied. It's not like super dramatic things have happened yet. But okay, a win is good. A win is very good. And I mean, if I were in Gukesh's position, I would be feeling much better not trailing, just because you don't have to create so much. I mean, okay, loss in the first round, really, it's probably the best time to lose because you have so much time to go. But um, but I would just be more comfortable. At least I don't have to like worry about it. Okay, draws, if you accumulate draws when you're down, then you feel the pressure. Like I always felt the pressure in candidates. If I was like trailing and then
Exactly.
I'm drawing, it feels like every draw is a missed opportunity.
Exactly. Yeah.
So now that you're equal in the match, every draw does not like he doesn't have feel any pressure. Like with the black pieces, next game he won't think, oh, I need to create chances. It's just back to status quo. Um, yeah,
And
but again,
and go ahead.
no, I
Finish your
think
thought.
that like thing really does need to create chances. I mean, you can't just hope that with the black pieces you get chances like in game one. With white, you should be doing something as well. And I thought his opening choice was pretty nice. Like he did get a pleasant position. Um, A5 was a bit weird, like preparation. But okay, it kind of worked out all right. Still, I was like analyzing it. A5 felt weird to me, but I guess there was some prep involved.
Yeah.
And then he got a pleasant endgame, which again, it's not much. It's not like you're definitely not thinking that I'm going to win because I got this endgame, right? It's just more or less equal, but yeah, on the more pleasant side of it. But uh, that's actually a pretty good endgame. Like it feels good to play because you know that your opponent starts to feel some like minor pressure and it's simplified. It's not easy to like clarify matters. And also there's a slight humiliation factor. Like, okay, I play in the most simple way and I'm maybe going to beat you like this. That those thoughts also enter people's minds. Like, okay, I shouldn't be losing this simple position. Um, which is not always a simple position. Sometimes very deceptively simple, and it's actually quite difficult. But then, yeah, he just bailed out. I wasn't too impressed with that decision, at least
Yeah.
from Ding's point of view.
Cool. Cool. So lots of positive for Gukesh. Very intriguing to see how Ding is going to handle this painful loss. Tomorrow is a rest day. Today you're starting the U.S. Masters, your first Open tournament, back to back with St. Louis Masters, which is coming immediately after. So I don't know if we're going to catch you for too many more recaps. But anyway, once again, thanks for giving us your insights, Fabi, and good luck at the
You'll be
U.S.
covering U.S.
Masters.
Masters, right?
I
You'll be
will,
covering it, I guess.
I will attempt to cover some of the rounds. Yes, so keep an eye on this if you want to see some live action with Fabi. Fabi's playing an open tournament, trying to win the how do they call it? FIDE Grand Swiss points, Grand Prix points. What do they call it?
Few-day circuit. Few-day
FIDE
circuit.
circuit. Oh my goodness, I still don't know how. Yeah,
Yeah,
FIDE circuit.
it's kind of semi-important for me. I mean, not semi-important. It's pretty important for me. It's semi-important for actually, it's probably not important for anyone else. But it's a strong tournament. It's a very strong tournament. I mean, the FIDE circuit itself is um, like three people fighting for it. I'm one of them,
Yeah,
and hopefully I can do well here.
I think
But it's a very strong tournament. It's probably the like one of the strongest, if not the strongest, open tournaments in the United States, and should be interesting.
yeah. No, I know. I would have played it myself, but Thanksgiving is quite important. I will play St. Louis Masters, so we might actually meet each other. We might even play against each other. That would be something. And I have a lot of students that are traveling to North Carolina to play the U.S. Masters. Misha is there, Grigory is there, Aryan is there as well, and the girls also, Ishik Khan. So I have a lot of students. Perhaps my whole team, if I'm thinking about it, close to my whole team is participating in that. So exciting event follow, and I might be doing commentary for that one here on the C Square channel later on today. Anyway, Fabi, once again, cheers. Go get some breakfast, get ready for a round, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.
All right. See you.
Bye bye.
Bye.